In today's video, we have some more PlayStation news and information to go over here. Some stuff I think you guys are going to find pretty interesting. The first thing we're going to be talking about and covering here has to do with the upcoming PlayStation Awards ceremony. It is an annual event that Sony does to kind of celebrate PlayStation developers, but they are handling it a little bit differently this year, and there is a little bit of talk that there may be something significant behind this. There may be some type of announcement or reveal or update on something we already know about that we might want to pay attention to. So we're going to discuss that, but we're also going to be going over a new patent that was discovered that has to do with PlayStation 5 share features that we know Sony is going to try to improve upon. They made a big deal of it with the PlayStation 4. They have a dedicated share button, so it's only natural that going into the PlayStation 5 next generation, there's going to be some major improvements that they're going to try to strive for. So we are going to cover that as well. But starting here with the PlayStation Awards, it says the PlayStation Awards 2019 will be live streamed on PlayStation's official YouTube channel, it seems. We've had no word on this, by the way. The scheduled stream just popped up on the website. In years past, the PlayStation Awards have been Japanese events where developers and their games are celebrated. This year, however, it looks like Sony wants to make the ceremony a global event, which ties in with the company's recent focus on uniting PlayStation's key fronts, Japan, North America, and Europe, under singular leadership. There are whispers and rumors going around that the PlayStation Awards 2019 could host a number of game reveals and updates on titles that are currently in development, but we wouldn't get your hopes up until Sony makes a statement. The live stream is set for December 3rd at 8 a.m. PST. So, yeah, this is interesting because, first of all, they are handling it differently this year. They're going to be live streaming it. It will be in English, and it will kind of coincide with the 25th anniversary of PlayStation, which I have to imagine Sony is going to make a big deal about that. They are going to have at least one major announcement to coincide with that anniversary because it is a big deal, right? And so maybe they are going to use this awards ceremony as an opportunity to kind of have an event, right? We know that Sony has not had any events in 2019. They have done a great job, however, keeping the conversation going at a healthy pace, keeping people excited, and always looking forward to something in the different news and information that they have been revealing slowly throughout the course of this year, but they haven't had any major events, and I don't necessarily know if I'm going to be getting super hyped for this. I have seen some people using the hashtag PlayStationHQ and kind of alluding to the idea that they have some type of information that we don't, that maybe we should really be paying attention to this because there will be some significant stuff announced. But I would say just temper your expectations. Don't go into this expecting anything major. We do have to understand that the year is winding down and coming to an end, and Sony is preparing for what will undoubtedly be their biggest year ever in 2020 with the PlayStation 5 and everything that's going to go along with that. But maybe they will kick it off early. I would not expect anything in relation to the PlayStation 5 at this event or this ceremony. I do not think it is the time or place for that to happen. But that doesn't mean that we couldn't get some type of announcement, reveal, or update as it says here. So we are going to have to wait to see about that. I just want to tell people not to have your expectations too high, but to maybe pay attention to this because they are doing it differently this year. PlayStation's anniversary is coming up, and I have a feeling that there will be something to talk about, but who knows? Maybe I could be completely wrong. Maybe this will be something pretty massive that nobody sees coming, and it's just going to take us by storm, and it's going to be like, wow, I didn't expect that. That would be really cool. But either way, it's going to be interesting to see what this PlayStation Awards ceremony is going to be like. I will be tuning into it. Again, it's going to be on December 3rd. So, yeah, very soon. Moving on from that, we are going to talk about this PlayStation 5 patent that suggests shared content will play an even bigger role with the next-gen console here. It says that one of Sony's greatest innovations with PlayStation 4 is the share button, allowing players to quickly grab screenshots or video clips from games they're currently playing and post them for all to see. Yet another patent dug up by Respawn First suggests sharing this type of content isn't going anywhere on PS5. Not only that, but it sounds like it could be significantly built upon. The patent application is for something called scene tagging, and it seems this could make user-generated videos and images much more interesting. The description of this technology is pretty wordy, but we will do our best to condense it down. Scene tagging will make it so that each gameplay clip shared by PS5 users will generate metadata, which will house information such as what game it's from, where in the game it takes place, what items and characters are present, etc. The purpose of this is that other PS5 players will be able to search for a certain part in the game and then select a relevant clip. Perhaps most interestingly is that viewing said footage includes recreating the recorded event so that the user can participate within the same event on the user computing device. In a nutshell, this sounds to us like you'll be able to search for a part in a game you want help with, and shared footage from other players will be able to reproduce the scene in your game. This sounds kind of mad, but could potentially tie into another patent we've been hearing about. It's possible the PS5 will come with an onboard AI helper called PlayStation Assist. Could it be that Sony will let us all help each other out by using the share button and making those gameplay clips searchable and interactive with an AI assistant? It's important to remember that as this is just a patent, it might not be included in the final machine. However, if scene tagging is implemented into PS5, it could give the share button far more importance. So, yeah, I know that was a lot to take in there, but essentially what this sounds like Sony is maybe working on and what they're trying to do with the PlayStation 5 and sharing is the whole scene tagging thing. Sounds to me like if you're playing a game and you are stuck at a part, you can basically, if this AI assistant thing ends up being a real thing as well, you can just press a button, talk to the speaker in your controller and say, hey PlayStation, I'm stuck on this part in this game, and it just brings up a bunch of clips, it brings up a bunch of stuff that the community has created, and you can click on it and watch it and figure out how to kind of get past it or how to successfully complete it. But what's crazy is the idea that maybe that like you could even replicate it, which this is kind of the part I don't really understand, and it doesn't make too much sense to me because it's almost making it sound like being able to replicate it means you don't even actually have to play it yourself. Maybe something's getting lost in translation here, but either way it does sound kind of crazy. And I do believe this will be something, or we will see something similar to this with the PlayStation 5, because again, we know that Sony has a big thing with sharing content on PlayStation 4, and one of the things that people frequently go to YouTube for is searching how to complete certain sections or areas in games, and it seems that this may be Sony's way of kind of trying to just kind of build that into the PlayStation 5 to where everybody just has access to that and people are very incentivized to use it just because it's right there, it's very easy, no problem, and it's going to be interesting. One of the things that I think a lot of people are going to be paying very close attention to with the PlayStation 5, especially after hearing about all these patents, we frequently talk about power with the PlayStation 5, we talk about games, we talk about all these different things, but the feature set and the upgraded feature set, I should say, that we're going to expect to see with the PS5 is also going to be very interesting. I mean, it's these little things that you don't really put too much thought into, but then when you hear about them and you see like how significant they can be, like with the PS4, the inclusion of a share button, the ability to be able to just take screenshots and record video clips just on the fly is absolutely huge, and it's going to be a big deal for me, even as a content creator, to see what other features they're going to put in the PS5, what type of upgrades they're going to have, right? And this to me sounds pretty awesome. I'm really going to be interested when we hear the announcement of the PS5 to see if this is something that actually does make its way into the system. And I'm going to be really interested to figure out exactly what this scene tagging thing is, like what it means when it says it has the ability to potentially replicate the actual clip or video you're watching. That sounds insane to me, and I would just like to see that actually in practice and how that would work, because it does sound a little bit strange, right? Like I can't really wrap my head around that. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for the video here, guys. I thought that these were two pretty significant pieces of information. I want you guys to let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. Let me know if you're planning on watching the PlayStation Awards ceremony on December 3rd, and let me know if you are anticipating any major announcements, if you think there's going to be anything significant, or if you think it's just going to be a regular awards ceremony with nothing, really significant going on except just celebrating the actual games and developers themselves. And also let me know your thoughts on this new PS5 patent and this scene sharing type thing that Sony is clearly trying to work on. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Leave the video a like if you did enjoy it, if you found it informative, or if you just enjoyed my commentary. It really helps. Lets me know you guys enjoy the content. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new and haven't already. Hit the bell notification icon so you never miss an upload, and feel free to share this video out on top of all that. But until next time, guys, take care.